Good morning everyone. I am Preeti Bodke, Assistant Professor from the Mechanical Department. Today we are seeing the heat transfer experiment. So under the heat transfer experiment we have seen the Stefan-Boltzmann apparatus. So we have to calculate the main objective is to calculate the Stefan-Boltzmann constant by using this apparatus. So this is the whole apparatus of this Stefan-Boltzmann apparatus. But before that we are seeing what is the basic theory behind it. So first of all we seeing the basic theory. Now see, we have to calculate the Stefan-Boltzmann constant of radiation heat transfer. So before that we are seeing the whole apparatus of Stefan-Boltzmann apparatus there. So first of all we are seeing what is the basic theory behind the Stefan-Boltzmann constant of radiation. So as we know that there is a radiation phenomena, there is a radiation heat transfer phenomena is based on this whole experiment. So first of all see, there is a formula that is we have seen that emissive power is equal to E rho T raised to power 4. This is the Stefan-Boltzmann law. So what is the E? E is the emissive power of surface per unit area per unit temperature. And what is the sigma? Sigma is the Stefan-Boltzmann constant, and sigma is the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. See here. And what is the T? That is the T is the absolute temperature. So here T is the absolute temperature. This is the fourth power of absolute temperature. This is the Stefan-Boltzmann. This is the Stefan-Boltzmann law. So by using this law, we can calculate the Stefan-Boltzmann constant in the experiment. So, but in the experiment there is a one formula is given, that is the mCp dt0 by dt, that is, and divided by a th raised to power 4 minus td raised to power 4. This is the formula for to calculate the Stefan-Boltzmann constant by using the experiment, because already we have the Stefan-Boltzmann constant value, that is 5.67 into 10 raised to power minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin raised to power 4. This is the constant volume of, this is the constant value of Stefan-Boltzmann constant, because this is we have this value, but we have to calculate by using the experiments what is the volume, what is the value came from this experiment. So we have to calculate, this is the value of the experiment is near about come to the 5.67 into 10 raised to power minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin raised to power 4. So for this formula we can calculate the temperatures. So first of all, as we have seen that we have to calculate the hemisphere temperature, because after that theory we are proceeding the experiment, and under the experiment we have to calculate the hemisphere temperature, that is the T1, T2, T3, T4, and by calculating the temperature we have put all the values in this, and then there is a TD is there, that is TD is the taste disk temperature. The disk temperature is there, we have to calculate it from the experiment and put all the values, and there is a dt0 by dt, that is, this is the time with respect, this is the temperature with respect to time, because in the experiment we can calculate by using the stopwatch within the some intervals of time. So this is the slope value, we can calculate it, the slope value, and we have put here, and see here, that is the Cp. So what is the Cp? Cp is the specific, this is the specific heat at constant pressure, and so by putting all the values we can calculating the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. So first of all, this is the formula which is used to calculate the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. But what happens in the radiation? So see here, we are taking, that is emissivity, that is emissivity of surface we are taking as 1. Why we are taking the emissivity is 1? Because the formula becomes, by putting the emissivity is equal to 1, so E is equal to rho T raised to power 4. This is the final formula. So why this is the 1? Because suppose we are considering the one body and some incident radiations, some incident rays incident on that body. What happened when some rays incident on any body? So some part is absorbed, some rays are absorbed, some rays are transmitted, and some rays are reflected. But we are considering this is the black body, because in this experiment we are considering this is the black body. So in the black body what happened? This black body means what? Which absorbs all radiations. Means which absorbs all radiations. That's why the absorptivity is that's why the emissivity is 1, and the reflectivity, that is the reflectivity value is 0, and transmitted value is also 0. That's why this is the black body. That's why we are taking the E is equal to, that is emissivity is equal to 1. So the formula becomes emissive power is equal to rho T raised to power 4. By putting all the values which are calculated from the experiment, and we are getting the Stefan-Boltzmann constant of radiation heat transfer. So first of all, we are introduced what is the parts contained in that experiment. So we are seeing there is a one water jacket is here, and water jacket is here, and inside the water jacket there is a one copper disc is fitted under this. We are seeing there. So, and the next part is the important part is the hot water tank, and under the hot water tank there is a one electric heater which is immersed in that heater. So this is the heater which is used for the heating purpose, heating the water. And so now we are seeing what is the actual procedure. So what we are getting the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. So first of all, the basic theory behind this experiment is the radiation Stefan-Boltzmann constant. So the law states that energy radiated of a body is proportional to the 4th power of temperature in Kelvin. So we can calculate it by the E raised to power, E is equal to rho T raised to power 4. So by using this law, we can calculate the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. So main motto of this experiment is what? That is, we have to calculate the Stefan-Boltzmann constant. So our standard value of this Stefan-Boltzmann constant is 5.67 into 10 raised to power minus 8. So first of all, see, so we are start the procedure, what happens and how we are taking the readings. So first of all, see, this is the hot water tank, and under the hot water tank there is a one heater is there. So first of all, we are heated the water at 90 degrees centigrade. So we can set at the 90 degrees centigrade. So see here, and after getting water heated, after that there is also we are seeing the one temperature here. There is a temperature also showing the 83 near about the 90 degrees centigrade. And see here, see, and the see here there is a one drain pipe is there. So this the drain pipe is used to pass the water from hot water tank to the water jacket. And now we are see, we are on the drain switch. So now we can see that there is a water falling down, and the water is around the copper disc. There is a one hemispherical shape is there, and that is the copper disc. And all water is getting around the copper disc. We are collected here. And first of all, for the water, we are taking the 2 liters of water in the water tank. And after that, this is the all setting we have done in the experiment. But after doing the settings, we have to wait for some minutes, because we are in every experiment in the heat transfer lab, we are reached to steady state condition. So we are wait for some minutes, and after that we are taking the readings in between the intervals of 5-second intervals of time. So we are taking the 5 temperatures, that is the T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. So we are taking the 5 temperatures here, and the 4 temperature which is included to the hemispherical test disc, and the T5 is the disc temperature. So see here, this is your T1. See, the temperature gets changes, and in this way we are note down the temperatures. In this way we are note down the temperature. And in the observation, we are taking the temperatures according to that. That is for the 5 seconds. Then after some interval of 5 seconds. Then after 10 seconds, 15 taken by using the stopwatch.